You know, the anxiety over significant appointments by President Bola Tinubu appears to have ebbed. The information reaching us is that the number one citizen has announced the appointment of the outgoing Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, as his new Chief of Staff. Other appointments are those of a former Deputy Governor of Jigawa State, Senator Ibrahim Hadijia, as Deputy Chief of Staff, former Minister of Special Duties, and Benue Governor George Akume as Secretary to the Federation, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the SGF. Now, the official appointments were made in the presence of APC bigwigs, including state governors and so on. Now, work has begun in earnest, I should say, Jide.
Yes, we had been waiting for this for some time, but the information passed to me was that the president was delayed the appointment of Gbajabiamila because of his work in the House of Reps.
Rounding off.
He wanted him to round up so that it won't be a situation like you are presiding over our affairs where you are already been made.
Okay.
So, but Nigerians were becoming apprehensive that what's going on. How long is it going to take you to pick your aides? So, the president then decided to appoint Gbajabiamila, even though the proclamation of a new National Assembly is still like
in the works.
11 days away. It will be proclaimed on the 13th of June. So the deputy Wase can take his place now while he focuses on very serious
state
tasks
matters
ahead. And you know, he couldn't have stepped in at a more auspicious time. His baptism of fire is coming at a time when subsidy is gone and labor is threatening fire and brimstone. So, but no one can say Gbajabiamila is not eminently qualified for his job. He's a very brilliant man. He's very good at arguing. He marshals his points very well. And, you know, somebody once told him, look, as speaker, you don't need to talk so much. You know you have so much knowledge, but once you become speaker,
you talk less.
You talk less and listen a lot more.
Yeah.
So, Mr.
And
President,
listening is an art in itself.
Yes, it helps you when you can listen. And Mr. President will benefit from his all-round knowledge, national affairs, and his capacity to broker peace. You know, he's already been tested, given the role he played during the ASU strike and all that, even during the doctor strike, medical doctor strike. So he's very qualified for the job. The reason some people didn't want him was because they felt with him access to the president
Will be
because they believe that it's not accessible enough, but
yeah.
he can learn that on the job. If there are rough edges in his disposition, in his conduct, he has to know now that as the chief of staff to the president, he has to be able to bring everyone together, and that involves being humble and being accessible.
You know, as chief of staff, Jide, he is a clearinghouse of sorts between the presidency and the departments.
And the rest of us. And he is the head of the personal staff of the president.
Yeah.
But his influence will extend beyond that.
Yeah.
This is something that we borrowed from the Americans. It was not originally a position that Nigerians were used to. You know, it's not even known to the Constitution. But over time,
it became
chief of staffs
a way of life.
have grown in influence in our country.
That's
it all depends on how the president wants to use him, and it will find him a good bridge between himself and the executive.
Yeah.
I mean, and the legislature, because he's been there since 2003. So, congratulations to him. As for Hadeja, I would describe Hadeja as a chartered deputy governor because he served 2 different governors as deputy.
As deputy, okay.
Yes. He was first deputy governor to Saminu Turaki. Saminu Turaki belonged to the generation of 2007. Those the governors who left the scene in 2007. So, for the first term of office, 1999 to 2003, Hadeja was deputy governor to Saminu Turaki, and then they fell out, and then he ended up in the Senate. Now, he also served as deputy governor to Badaru,
Yeah.
the man with the funny beard who just exited the scene as governor. Again, he served 1 term as deputy governor to Badaru, and then he went back to the Senate. So he's currently a senator. He's a a senator at this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, so
His seat would become vacant.
of course. He's a senator as we speak now. So now his father too was a distinguished politician, very powerful in the MPC of those days, and then he also got into the NPN of the late 70s to 83 when they were kicked out of office. So he was kicked out of power. He was also very powerful in the MPN. So he comes from a family with a rich political background. Many people are wondering who is this person, but it's not, you can describe him as a Kaduna boy.
A deputy governor, you hardly get head of.
Yes.
You
no role, no specific role assigned to you.
Yeah.
So many people do not know, and they are asking, Ajide, who is this man? But he's someone who has been there, at least for some time. He's a Kaduna boy, grew up in Kaduna, and is in his mid-50s now. So I believe, too, that as Deputy Chief of Staff, it will be very useful to...
He fits the bill.
Yes. Asiwaju always, most times, he gets his appointments right. For those who didn't want Gbaja to be to be Chief of Staff, Asiwaju is the person who will use him. I guess that he has a third eye that enables him to see what the rest of us don't see.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he will be able to...
Well, don't forget, they say a team is as good as the captain.
Yes.
So you must pick your teammates very carefully.
I think that's what he's done. He's found someone that he's familiar with, someone who knows him very well. And as Chief of Staff, you must understand your principal very well.
Tony, I'm looking at the new SGF, a former governor. And look at the geography. Chief of Staff from the Yoruba country, the SGF from the Middle Belt, and the Deputy COS from the far north.
I think the president was trying to balance it out. Yeah, because Akume is a Christian. But I know what he's trying to do here. I think, I'm in support. I'm just shocked that Akume, of all the speculation, Akume's name did not even...
It came like something from...
I was shocked when I heard the name because his name never, for me, he didn't pop up at all. So that's one of the surprises, more surprises that will come. Because I like surprises like this, You just leave the people, let them talk, and you do your own work.
Keep them guessing.
Keep them guessing. And when you come, you give them a shocker. I salute that. On Gbaja, I think we have been expecting him to be announced this. It's not new. And we've been expecting it since the day after the inauguration. He's a trusted, he's a confident, he's somebody who is familiar with the president. And for somebody to be a chief of staff, he has to be somebody you trust so much. So I'm not too surprised here. And I trust that the speaker will do. He's good at that job. He superintended over this House of Reps for 4 years without controversy. And, he sat on that position, and was able to deliver throughout that 4 years, no issues. So being appointed the chief of staff to the president, I think I expect more from him. And then if you go to Sulere constituency, for me, it's not about going to the National Assembly. I said it here the last time I was here. It's about what you do for your people, because you are a representative of the people. You don't go to National Assembly to shine while your people are not getting that benefit.
Yeah.
He performed for real. He performed in Lagos.
Excellent.
I went there and I heard people and I've seen, and I saw a lot of things he has done for Lagos.
So as they say,
so I think he's going to deliver.
Square peg in a square hole.
It's square peg in a square hole. And I know he will deliver. I commend the president for doing that.
All right.